Hey, welcome to the new episode of my game development diary. So, just to recap, I am developing a game using GameMaker Studio, which is a piece of software that I've messed around with for a while, but this is the first game that I'm actually trying to take all the way to completion. So, let's see where we are. And I'm posting one of these every week, just showing the progress I've made every week, just to kind of mark my progress and to, hopefully provide an interesting record to look back on. So let's start the game. So, probably the most noticeable thing compared to last week is this little clip of music that you hear playing. And that music accompanies this spinning purple thing. So, just to recap the game mechanics, you fly around capturing gold, which are these little floating things. And then you fly to this purple spinning ball. And if you're holding any gold, it gets transferred to your score. And so the music, anyway, is plays louder the closer you are to the horde. And last week I had this annoying drone sound that it was making, but it was really annoying, and so we just decided to do a little music clip. And when I say we, the melody for that was actually composed by my son, who's a talented musician. And we used a piece of software called Caustic, which is free for Windows and a really great tool for composing little bits of electronic music. So I'll link to that below. I guess I should mention, I feel like I don't know how much I should recap in each of these, but all the art and names and really everything in the game is currently placeholder. I'm just messing around trying to find out what's fun. And fumbling my way there, getting a little bit closer each time, I think. So, anyway, another new feature that you'll notice is this orange background with this sort of jagged clouds. And that was before I just had this default plain gray background, so this is a little nicer to look at. And it also, you'll notice it has a feature called parallax scrolling, which you'll be familiar with from a lot of, if you play any sort of side view 2D games like this, where to give the game some depth, the background scrolls at a different speed than the foreground. So that's new. And then the other real noticeable new thing is I came up with a couple of new enemies. There are these blue guys, these little blue guys that hop at you. And if they hit you when they're hopping, you will drop some of your gold. Let me see. They're not very powerful. They're kind of just a nuisance more than anything. But if they touch you, you will drop your gold. So let me find another one that's in a less hectic area and see if I can get him to hit me. And then I guess I can mention these red guys are also new, the ones who shoot the bullets at you. And it's the same thing. Anytime you take damage in the game, if you get hit, you drop some gold like that. So when you drop gold, the amount of gold you're holding goes down, and pieces of gold, sort of smaller pieces, fly away from you, and the amount that you're sparkling also decreases. So yeah, two new enemies, and like all the other enemies, they can be killed with the fire breathing. Right. And when you kill one, the same kind of enemy respawns somewhere in the level. So right now, at least, you can't clear the level. They just keep coming. I don't know if that's how it's going to be eventually, but that's how it is now. Let's score our goal. There we go. So yeah, that's basically it for the progress I made this week. I guess another small change, or probably not noticeable to somebody viewing, is that I made the room like twice as wide. I made the level twice as wide, rather. And it's also not as tall. I just felt before it was a little bit claustrophobic, and now it feels like you can, fly around a bit more. But that's a little change. I don't know. One thing I'm learning is that you can change how your game feels quite a lot by doing things like changing the size of the level, how much of the level you see on the screen, how much of the screen your main character takes up. So those are things that I'm going to be tinkering with. Right, that's it for this week, and I will see you next week with another update. Thanks for watching.